Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. I am back playing some more Farming Simulator 25. So, gotta bundle up, guys. We're in this nice shelter here because it's cold out there. It's snowing. The snow is coming down. Yeah, so, got another Brooks full of chips. Well, I sold that one. Now, we're up to 2.8 million now. I got another Brooks that's almost full. It's at 93%. Even though the green bar down there says it's only at 49%. That's just because I got the one on the back too and it's empty. But I've been doing some work. So I got to looking at the wood chip prices. It's over 1,000 now. I've never seen it that high. So I'm going to go ahead and sell some more wood chips here. And we're going to get to doing a little bit of plowing, I think, today. Let's go in here. Let's see which button. That one, yeah, that one brings the pipe out. And then the grate is right there, so I'm going to, let's see. Oop, not that button. There's the button. Right bumper. Okay, here we go. Do that way. I'm going to sell like that from the front. Here we go. Alright, so we will sell that. Got most of the productions running now. Let's see, where are they at? There they are. So I've got the nothing's running at the bakery right now. I think that's the only thing. I do have the corn dryer running. We've got a little bit of dry corn now. Got that on distributing. I've got the dairy. I've got just the plain milk and cheese distributing. Those are active. Yep. Got the grain mill running. We're so I don't understand the whole corn flour thing. I don't know where that goes. I've got it on distributing, but where does that go? Which production takes the corn flour? I would have thought it would have been the bakery, but there's nothing that, as near as I can tell, unless it's just going in as just flour. Maybe it's just going in as flour. Yeah, I don't know. It's making corn flour though. I've got it on, yeah, I've got it on distributing. Where does that go when you put it on distributing though? Does it just go into everything as just general flour? I don't know. I've got oat flour. I need to bring some wheat down. I've got a little bit of wheat. That's the one thing we don't have running yet. I've got to build the greenhouses to get the ketchup going because that needs tomatoes and water. The pizzeria. See, that says it has flour, so I don't know if the corn flour is going there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look at his stuff to see if I'm missing something here. I remember making cornbread somewhere. It might not have been here, but it might have been here back in 22. We made cornbread. We made cornbread and we made sweet cornbread. So I don't know if that was here or not. We're making popcorn. Basically, we're just selling the popcorn. The spinnery is working. We've got wool in there. We're making fabric. What if I got that on? That's on distributing. And then the tailor shop. Got that running. Is it? No, it's not running. Let's get that running. We'll just put that to selling. Okay. So, got all the stuff running. Yeah, I don't know about the corn flour. How that, where that is distributing to. Is it just going to, like, the places that, like, different places as just general flour, or because I know when you make oat flour, wheat flour, it doesn't matter. It comes out as flour, right? So does the corn flour come out just as flour now? I don't know. I don't know these things. Oh boy, we're up to 5 million. Over 5 million. It's gonna be a nice day. Especially considering the night I just had. It stormed here last night, and I woke up. I heard a lightning strike last night. It was enough to wake me up out of bed. I heard the lightning strike, and it sounded like it hit really close because all I heard was the pop. Well, I got up and some of my lights were not working in my living room this morning. First I thought, man, it got my surge protector. I'm gonna have to buy a new surge protector. But before I did that, I went out to the garage and checked my circuit breaker, and it had tripped one of the circuit breakers. So I flipped that back on, and everything's working now. So that's good there. All right. So we made a little 2.8 million there. Let's shut this down. Just leave that right there. Let's go show off what we've been doing. Brr, it's cold. You know what? Hang on. My guy, yeah, he's in a t-shirt and jeans. Hang on, we gotta do this. There's wardrobe. We want to go to this. I need to put something else on. Not that. Something, not that. That's, no. Some of these are just not, no. That looks okay. What else we got? Just need something warm. That looks pretty good. I'm not really looking for anything like just for style. That'll work. That looks like a farmer's jacket right there. How do I... There we go. Confirm. There we go. Now you're warm, buddy. Or warmer. Alright. We'll run over here. We bought this field behind the corn dryer. And I've already been out here and cleared a lot of trees. From this day on, if I was going anywhere, I was running. So yeah, cleared a lot of trees out here. Cleared this line of trees. That field is actually already plowed, so we won't have to plow that one, but we will have to plow like these little areas out here. These all had trees on them. So that's where a lot of the money came from. Clearing these trees out. And then when you get past here, this is going to be a decent sized field. When you get past here, this is where our cornfield was. We had up here by the road. Didn't realize it had this big of a hill in it. Yes, it does. Alright. So yeah, you look back that way, this is going to be one nice size field. Gonna get to plowing this. I'm looking at the edges over here. And I'm gonna have to do some straightening on the edges, but I'm also probably gonna have to knock out a couple more trees. Not big trees, just those little ones there. And even this edge is not perfectly straight. But yeah, gonna be a decent sized field here. There are a few trees down there that I wanted to get rid of, but we don't own that farm over there yet. So go across the tracks. Make sure there's no trains coming. Don't see any trains. So basically I stay up here and show it off. cleared out a lot of trees over here in between these 3 fields. So there's that field over there, this cotton field that guess withered or something, and then our sunflower field that we had. Cleared out these trees, cleared them out all the way up there. This is the new 8R that we bought. This is the one from JHHG. This is also the new Ripper from John Deere. Both of these are in the mod hub. Grant told me if you go too fast in this 8R that it will roll, so maybe that's without the duals. I've got duals on the front and back though. Yeah, we cleared out all these trees through here. Cleared out a few up here. And basically what I'm gonna do is just try to get the perimeter of these fields expanded. And I'll come back with the larger plow and plow it out. So basically, bring this edge of this field, and you know, we might expand it more later, but for right now, basically just want to do like a perimeter around all of this. Kind of hard to see with all the snow. Does that work? Yes, it does. Okay. I wanted to make sure the GPS line worked because I'm going to try to make it straight. Lock in at 180. The 8 field on. And we are making a field. Blaring it out. Just first time using this implement, so we'll see how she does. So far, so good. I've got the little international ripper on the 5488, but when you turn, it flares out. I wanted to get something that didn't flare out, and this doesn't flare out. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty smooth, making a nice curve there. Yeah, so if I turn to the left with that ripper, it is directly attached to the 3-point. So when you turn left, it flares out to the right, if that makes sense. And I didn't want to do that. Of course, this one is. I think it's just. I don't think the GPS is holding a true line there, so it might be off a furrow. I'm gonna try to get into this. Again, with the snow falling, it doesn't help. Trying to see through all the snow. Try to incorporate these together. A little more. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. See how it's not like a perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs to be a little more curvy than that. Just a little bit. think I'm gonna have to get through this snow. That's better. Still, I think I could use... I'm gonna sleep a day, because this snow is throwing me off really bad. Let me go to the house. Sleep. I'm done selling wood chips for the year, I think. The rest of them we'll just store. Is it snowing? No. Good. Let's go find our tractor. Alright, so still looks like I need to flare that out a little more. See right here where it doesn't look like it's curved out? Oh yeah, this is a lot better without the snow falling. Cruise control on. Break that out. Good job, good job, good job, good job. Good job, that looks a lot better. Alright, so we got that tied together. Need to tie these down here together. Really don't want to make sharp curves, because I think the in-game GPS will do a much better job of creating lines. You don't do sharp curves. Go. That looks good to me. This side. I'm going to try to tie this field in with this one. Now I could come down here and connect with this tip, but you see how that goes up? I want to tie in with this line over here. So I want to bring this field kind of across through here and tie in over here somewhere. Stay straight here for now. Alright, take out a couple more trees here. Looking good. Trajectory looks good. Yep, there was a ton of trees out here and we got rid of them. Big curve from that field to this one. Next one, then I put that line there. Pretty close. That looks pretty good to me. That's pretty close. We'll probably have to come back and do some fine tuning on this. And eventually I'll be able to lock in the the GPS and probably do some straighter lines. Got that tied in. Let's see, where else? Is there anywhere else we need to tie this in? I think the rest of this is we can come back and hit with the larger plow. Yeah, all of this we can just come back and hit with the larger plow. Get it all, just plow out all the center of it, basically. Alright, let's cross the tracks. Head over yonder. Train coming. Do this at home, kids. I don't know if you have railroad tracks at home, but don't do that at home. Leave it to your farm sim professionals. How about that? Tie these together. On the cruise. Oh, I turned the crate field off. Oh no. Hang on. I usually try to turn that off as a safety. Just in case I accidentally like drop the ripper down where I didn't intend to. Alright. Got that. That looks good to me. So now we'll come back with the large plow and take all this out. I do need to tie this part over here in together. We had all of these trees over here that cleared out. Need to tie this together right here. That's a stump. Is that a stump? It might be a stump. Like a big enough curve around here. Got these fields there. Okay. That could be better. This whole field could be better. Right here on this edge. See how it kind of tapers off here? On this one. Get over. Red Rover, send the John Deere right over. That back on, and we're locked in on the GPS now. There we go. Even locking in on the GPS though, again, it might come out a furrow or two, but it does keep it somewhat straight. Now the ground is gonna be, there's gonna be like little hills and stuff that the GPS is not gonna hang on to, so it's not a perfect system, but it does help. Start this curve here. Keep it broad. I don't know if that's a stump there. It kind of looks like a stump, but it might not. It might just be ground. Nope, it's just ground. Okay, look, it might have been some straw. Honestly, it kind of looked like straw. All right, we got that tied in. That looks pretty good to me. Nice broad curve to go around through there. Now we got to tie this end off. This is where that field goes over further than this field. I want to bring this one down. Problem is there might be more trees in the way. This field is not straight by any means, but I'm going to try to run this edge straight over here. I think there's going to be some trees in the way. Most definitely. I think it's just these outer trees. It may just be one or two of them here. Yeah, let me go get the Brooks. We need you now. Hmm. Wow, that just went all the way through the cab there. Thinking about doing corn up here. I mean, it's literally right by the dryer. Just take it straight over there. So definitely this tree. Make sure that we own these. Way to do that is come up to them, make sure the chainsaw will cut them. Because if I just take the Brooks up to them, it will definitely cut them, whether they're ours or not. Looks like all of these might be ours. Yeah, that one's not. See how it barks at me when I try to cut it? That's how you know where the line is. So I'm going to take out this outer line. Real quick here. And the Brooks is fantastic at this. You want to just get rid of the trees and you know, not lose any anything out of the trees, because you know it's money on the ground that you own. know, you don't want to lose that timber. You don't want to lose that revenue from that. And the brush chipper is for you. I'll come back and cut the bigger tree. I think it's really just these ones in the front though. Cut that bigger tree. Few bigger trees right there in the front. Let's see where I'm at there. Yeah, I think some of these bigger ones will have to go. These never fall in the direction I want them to go either. They take forever to cut through. They're thick at the base of the trunk. There's one. Probably this one. I want to cut them low. Yep, that'll work. And then I think this one, and then I'll come back and that might do it. Let's grab the Brooks. Oop, that was already going, wasn't it? We can raise it back up and take the stumps out. Not the perfect system, but it does somewhat work. Yep. I think it's because it's a bigger tree at the base than some of these other ones. It just takes a little extra to take out those stumps. Alright, let's see where we sit now. I'm looking and I don't see any more that really look like they're in the way. Alright, let's lower that. We're still locked in. Some of these might be in the way down here. I'm looking down the line now. Yep, some of these are in the way. Let me go ahead and grab it. Tell you what, we'll come back in the next episode and we will finish this and look around at other areas. So, until the next time, remember you reap what you sow. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one.